Welcome to the International News Channel, News LD. Today we present to you a news entitled, After the Vote, the Time for the Vote Count, Election Officers Count Ballots, at an Workplace in Yola, Nigeria on February 25, 2023. Sunday Alamba/AP 18 candidates, 3 favorites. The counting operations proceed, Sunday, February 26, in Nigeria. After the vote, Saturday, of the first spherical of a presidential election extra opened than ever. Voting operations should additionally finish in a number of areas the place they needed to be postponed because of incidents recorded the day earlier than. The electoral fee hopes to offer the first leads to the night, and to announce the remaining figures inside 5 days, even when it legally has 14 days to take action. Greater than 87 million voters have been referred to as a pawn to decide on the man who can have the heavy activity for 4 years of redressing the most populous nation in Africa, 213 million inhabitants, weighed down by a flagging financial system, recurrent violence, armed teams and bandits, and the basic impoverishment of the inhabitants. Like Juliet Ogmanda, many citizens stayed to count aloud as ballot staff counted the ballots after darkish. I need to ensure this election is clear, free and truthful, defined this 30-year-old receptionist in Port Harcourt, Southeast. Learn the decryption, article reserved for our subscribers. Nigeria, a drifting African large outsider. Peter Obi, an unprecedented scenario since the return to democracy in 1999. Nigeria might expertise a 2-round presidential election if outsider Peter Obi, who has succeeded in establishing himself as a severe challenger towards the 2 events historically dominating Nigerian politics, transforms the trial at the poll field. The previous governor of Anambra, Southeast, a 61-year-old Christian supported by the Small Labour Social Gathering, LP, and highly regarded with younger individuals, faces 2 veterans skilled in the train of energy. Bola Tinubu, 70, represents President Muhammadu Buhari's APC, which is stepping down, as required by the structure, after 2 phrases with an extremely criticized file. Thought about one among the richest and most influential males in the nation. This former governor of the financial capital Lagos, a Yoruba of Muslim religion, warned, "This time, it is my flip." At 76, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, of the opposition, PDP, in energy from 1999 to 2015, will run for the presidency for the 6th time. Initially from the north and of Muslim religion, he hopes to win many votes on this part of the nation. Learn additionally, presidential election in Nigeria, the saucepans of the 3 favorites. Digital switch for sooner suggestions of votes to be elected in the first spherical. The winner should receive, along with the majority of the votes solid, at the very least 25% of the votes in 2/3 of the 36 states of the federation plus the territory of the federal capital, Abuja. In any other case a second spherical ought to happen inside 21 days. Knowledge collected from the roughly 176,000 polling stations is predicted to circulation sooner than in earlier elections in Abuja due to the digital switch of outcomes, which is being piloted nationwide for the first time. However, the poll continued effectively after the official closing time, 2:30 p.m. native time, in a number of areas of the nation, similar to in Anambra, Southeast, or Kano, North. The place many citizens continued to vote late in the night, primarily because of delays in the deployment of apparatus or technical failures. E-newsletter The Africa World each Saturday, discover a week of reports and debates, by the editorial employees of Mundafrica Register. We are going to keep right here till all of us have voted. As a result of the voting began late. Election supplies arrived round 1:30 p.m. Denounced in the night Adamu Abdullahi, 35, who was nonetheless ready his flip in a polling station in the Fag district, in Kano. Learn additionally, presidential election in Nigeria. In the southeast, the Igbo hesitate between the boycott and Peter Obi. Total, the ballot was peaceable, in keeping with a number of observers, though the president of the electoral fee, INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu, admitted that safety incidents had disturbed the vote in a number of locations, notably in Lagos and in the southeast of the nation. In the state of Bayelsa, the poll was thus suspended in 100 polling stations, and was due to this fact held on Sunday. Analyst agency SBM Intelligence stated it documented acts of intimidation and violence situated towards voters or polling stations in at the very least 13 states throughout the day Saturday. A vital vote this election is essential. Nigeria ought to turn out to be the third most populous nation in the world by 2050, whereas West Africa is threatened by a powerful democratic decline and the unfold of jihadist violence. The continent's main financial system has turned out to be a world cultural energy, thanks particularly to Afrobeats, a musical style that's setting the planet on hearth with stars like Burna Boy and Wizkid. However, given the hardships of day-by-day life, compounded by latest shortages of petrol and banknotes, many Nigerians are calling for change, sickened by a long time of dangerous governance and a growing older elite, apparently corrupt. Participation, low in earlier elections, 33% in 2019, is one other unknown. INEC didn't say when it might announce the outcomes, however they're anticipated in the coming days. Learn additionally, in Nigeria, the kidnapping enterprise is prospering. Le Monde with AFP and Reuters.